Good afternoon YouTube, Mark here, Havana Summer House. Feeling a bit grimy and grubby. I've been doing some work in the garden and I thought, well, you know what, I think this is just the right time to enjoy a nice beverage and cigar. So I've got a lovely pear cider, and the cigar that I'm going to smoke and try is this Quorum shade. Now I think this is a double Corona, 60 ring gauge. I did have one of these yesterday and I actually cut it with my Calibri V cut. And the only downside was I had no problems with the cigar, but I think the cut was just a little bit too deep, because when I was sort of taking a draw in, I was getting bits of filler sort of coming in into my mouth and it wasn't very pleasant. So probably not as packed as tightly as you would normally like. It's got that really nice sort of rabbit hutch smell to it. You know, when you walk into a pet shop and they've got the big bags of hair to put into the cages, and you get that lovely smell. Yeah, really nice. But like I said, it probably could have done with being packed a little bit more, but then again you run the risk of not being able to take a draw. And before I do start on this, I received a package of a good friend. He has a pipe channel called BJV Pipes, and we've been talking on Zoom and been chatting away, and he is a big cigar aficionado as well, and he very kindly sent me a selection of of cigars to try, and this Monte Cristo is just out of this world. So yes, they've all got really good age. In the note, everything is 2013 or 2014. So yeah, really good age on those. So that's going to help get this channel started with some rather nice cigars to smoke. I'm by no means a cigar aficionado. I really sort of started out, like I said in my introductory video, sort of started off on King Edwards, and it wasn't really until I was in my mid-20s that I really explored more in the cigar world, and I settled on the Romeo Juliet No. 2s, which became a big favourite, and which obviously, sadly, as you'll all know, they really are silly prices now. So that's why I've sort of started looking at other avenues and coming across a lot more of the New World cigars. And I've got a Quorum Churchill, and obviously I've got this little stubby cigar as well to try, and I've been so happy with them. I have put repeat prescriptions in, because again, I think these are just a really nice, well-priced cigar to sort of just quell your urge. So if you smoke one of these, you're not sort of reaching into your more exclusive and expensive stock. Now, I do know that cigars sell the Churchill Quorum. I haven't had a look to see if they do the shade, but the Churchill is retailing online for about £12 a stick. So yeah, ouch. Have a good look, check out other places, you can get them cheaper. So anyway, we will get this cut, so I will pause for a moment, and then we'll get this going and we'll have a bit more of a chat about it. Well, we've got it going. Little bit of a fail on the snip on the top. I've used my new Cigars of London cutter, and I think this probably could have done with a bit more time in the humidor. It's a little bit dry on the end, so it has sort of broken up a little bit. So what I've had to do is I've sort of had to do a bit of a dip in my drink just to sort of get a bit of moisture there on the end and keep it together. But it's drawn very well, a bit better than the V-cut, because like I said, again, that could have been one of the problems that I had with the one that I smoked yesterday. Could just be a little bit too dry and needing a bit more time in the humidor. Probably being a bit too anxious and not giving them enough rest time to get settled in there. I have to say though, it is nice. Got a nice little aroma going on in here. Really sweet. Bit peppery on the retrohale, but I'm not getting that really bitter walnuts taste in my mouth. I'll see how this goes. If I start getting any bitterness from it, what I'll probably do is I'll do a purge, because I tend to do a purge on a cigar nowadays, because I do feel that you start getting some bitterness coming through. It'll just be some of the little nasties that's sitting in the cigar. Get the purge done, get the gases blasted out the end of your pipe, out of the end of your cigar. You can tell I do a lot of pipe videos as well. So yeah, I keep dropping the pipe in there. So yeah, get the nasties out the end of your cigar, and I tend to find that after that it really does help with the smoke. But I must admit, I really enjoyed the one I had yesterday. That's why I was eager to have another one today. That retrohale has really got some meat in it. Again, if you watched videos on my other channel, you will know that I do love a really good long retrohale. This one's really packing a peppery punch, and I know for a fact if I try, I'm going to end up with streaming eyes on this one. Really nice taste. Not getting a lot of chocolate through it, but it's just got a really nice sweet taste to it. Well, I was hoping to get the decorating finished off in here. I'm wanting to get some more black up on the roof and get that all finished off, and all this inside. I'm looking at doing a nice grey colour, but unfortunately the paint suppliers I usually go to, with obviously a lot of suppliers are low due to COVID, she's waiting for a lot of things coming in, so sadly I haven't been able to get it done. That's why I've been taking such a while to get another video up. So hopefully, I've been told by the end of next week it should be in stock, so I'll be in here next weekend decorating. So hopefully the next time I do a video, we'll be all set in here. Not too bad a burn. The one I had yesterday did canoe a little bit at the start. I'll keep an eye on that one. Might have to put a bit of a dab there. But see how it goes. Again, for the price, I think these were on special offer when I bought them. I got them for I think it was $32.99 for a pack of 20. Come on, what do you expect? But again, what I tend to find is I do enjoy the factory seconds, and to me, I think for the price, for just something to knock the urge off, or just to have with a cup of coffee and a chill, you kind of go wrong for them price. You can't really expect too much from that range, but honestly, as a humidor filler, you really can't go wrong. Again, some of the things I tend to say to people is that if you're going out to an event, a wedding or something like that, and again, you know that there's going to be the occasion where you would like to hand out a cigar, get yourself a pack of these, because 9 times out of 10, people will tend to take 2 or 3 puffs on it to get stuck in an ashtray and forgotten about. And I was just talking earlier, and we were sort of discussing that, how you can take along some really nice aged Cuban cigars, let somebody try it, and then get so far through and they just put it in an ashtray, and it would break my heart to think that I had a really good aged 4 or 5 years on a cigar just to be half smoked and chucked in an ashtray to die. Very good draw on this. I'm not really putting any effort into that whatsoever. Starting to get a little bit of bitterness coming through. I'm getting that sort of sour almond taste. So again, you don't mind that. Sometimes with sort of new age cigars, and again we've discussed this with other people, you do tend to just get the same thing going right through to the very end, whereas with some Cubans you tend to get sort of like different stages of the cigar where it can change and get sweeter, bitter, whatever. So I'll keep an eye on this. I'll give it a few more minutes and I'll probably do a purge, because it's just starting to get a little bit bitter almonds now. Again, the summer house is really starting to fill up with some really nice cigar smells now. just starting to get a little uneven now, just that little bit on the end there. I'll probably have to square that up a little bit. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, and probably just put a little dab on that side. Let's see. Sometimes I think as well as if you're smoking outside and you see you're getting a draft coming from the right hand side onto your cigar, that could cool that area down just enough so you'll get an uneven burn. So again, I've seen it happen with candles. If you've got a candle in a room and you've sort of got a draft coming from the door, it won't burn evenly. You sort of get that concave at the side. But so sometimes I think that if you're in an outdoor environment and you've got a breeze coming from one direction or the other, generally I think that that can sort of spoil the smoke, but I could be talking shit, but that's what I tend to think anyway, because I am getting a bit of a draft coming through the door there. I'll try and alternate and see what happens. I'm going to pause there because I'm going to get a bit further down on this and we'll see how we go. I've just done a purge there because I noticed it was starting to come through a little bit too bitter. So I've just set the video away again. I was hoping to get a little bit further down the cigar when I actually did. And I rolled the ash off, and again, like I said, notice that bitterness coming through a little bit harsher. Just done that quick purge there, and yeah, that's done the trick. You know, when it comes out the end of your cigar like a blowtorch, you know, you're getting all them nasty ammonias and God knows what that's sitting in there. But yeah, straight away on that, I can tell a difference in the taste. Back in a bit. Well, I'm sort of halfway down now, and I noticed a little bit of a problem with the wrapper. Starting to come away a little bit. Moisten my finger a little bit just to try and do what I can to rescue it. I'm going to blame that on mostly my eagerness to try and smoke this cigar. I'm going to put these in my humidor with a couple of Boveda packs, and I'm really going to just leave them for a good few weeks and let them rest and sort of get back to the right moistness again. I noticed when I did the cut it was a little dry, so again, my fault. I'll put my hands up to that one. Aside from that, it's been fine. I had to do a little bit of a rescue touch up on it, but other than that, like I said, it's a cheap stick. You cannot expect a great deal from it. But for me, these are just a nice little humidor filler. And again, if you just want to sit out in the back garden, enjoy a beer, a little bit of time with a cigar, you cannot go wrong. I'm not going to do sort of a point system like 1 to 5, stuff like that, because I tend to do it with some of the pipe tobaccos that I smoke. But what I tend to find is, probably like cigars, everybody's taste is different, and I don't want to maybe just do a review on a 30-odd pound cigar and say, oh, this is a number 5, for somebody to go out there, buy the exact same cigar and they absolutely detest it, and then that's when you get the, oh, but Mark, you said it was a 5. Everybody's taste is different. All I will say is that these are cracking value for money, and obviously, and in this, you know, sort of age at the moment where everybody's counting the pennies, again, you cannot go wrong. So if you haven't tried them, again, doesn't break the bank, and if you don't like them, well, at least you've got something there that if you do go to an event, or you do go out for a few drinks or have a few friends around for a drink, you can just give them something that if they only take a few puffs and leave it in your ashtray, you're not going to cry about it. Give them a try, you might be surprised. So thank you for watching, and take care, and I will see you all soon, and hopefully we'll all be decorated. Take care. Bye for now.